Hi everybody, today's practice will be a quick 10-minute yoga flow that you can do at any time, any place. They're especially perfect for outdoors when you're on a hike or a walk. I did mine after my morning run, and you don't need a yoga mat. You just need some comfortable clothes. It's all standing postures, but they're all encompassing standing postures. So you have some strengthening, some stretching and flexibility, and as always, some light meditation. So I hope this practice can be useful for you. I just love these quick 10-minute yoga practices that you can take anywhere with you. Enjoy!
Today I'm filming this practice in South Lake Tahoe, March 2nd, at the beginning of spring. So there's still some snow on the ground. It's still pretty cold here. If you are practicing outside, please find an area that's well leveled and balanced so that it's safe for you. With our hands in prayer, standing nice and tall, samastitihi, while starting to ground down and root down through our feet, while energizing up through our crown. Begin to draw in your nice, long, smooth inhalations. Feel the energy coming into your nose, past your heart center, all the way into your belly, growing nice and tall on your inhale. And as you exhale, root down, stand firmer on the ground below you. Taking a few quiet moments here to get into our deep settling breaths. Release your hands at your sides, palms facing forward. We want to keep this smooth, balanced, steady breath cycle throughout our practice. Begin to anchor your awareness onto all 5 senses. How does the air outside feel as you breathe it in and spread it throughout your body? How does the wind feel on your fingertips, on your arms, your face? On your next inhale, ground down through your feet, bend your knees, sweep your arms out and up, and stretch up towards the skies, maybe looking back if it's okay on your neck. Exhale your hands to your heart. And just doing that for 2 more breath cycles, following the flow of your own intuitive breath. Staying anchored onto your senses here. What colors do you see around you or behind your eyelids if your eyes are closed? And then just dropping deeper into your body, what senses do you feel on an energetic level? How does your spiritual body feel? Sweeping our arms up one more time, palms meeting at the top, interlacing all fingers but our index to stretch over to one side. Come back to center, standing up taller before stretching, exhaling to the opposite side. And doing a few standing cat-cows here. Inhale, stretch your hands backward, maybe looking back, heart forward, and then exhale, pull in your chin to your chest so that you can round your spine to stretch forward in cat. Inhale, stretching back into a variation of our cow posture. Again, exhale, stretching your hands forward into a variation of our cat posture. 1 breath, 1 movement, just doing a few of those here. Awaken our spine. And then just moving into our final variation of our cow posture. To exhale, cactus, open our arms. And inhale, sweep our arms out and up, stretching up nice and tall. To exhale, hinge from our hips into a forward fold. Letting it all go physically, mentally, spiritually, in Uttanasana, forward fold. On every inhale, bring your hands onto shins. Look up and lengthen through your spine for a half lift. Exhale back into your fold. And just doing that for 1 more breath cycle, surrendering each time into our fold. Before grounding down through our feet, to inhale, slowly roll up our spine, sweep our hands up, maybe back. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to move into a few standing twists here. So just stepping our feet out just a step wider, bending at the knees and swaying our hands side to side as we twist to one side, exhale to the other. 1 breath, 1 movement, and as we are twisting, the position of our arms are moving up higher and higher. First at our hips, then our waist, shoulders, neck, and then just waterfalling down all the way down to back to our waist. Coming to stillness before beginning to windmill our arms forward as we are going through our steady breath cycles, windmilling them back, loosening up our shoulder joints here, hands to heart center. And we're going to start doing neck rotations here, rolling our head in one direction, slowly rolling our head in the opposite direction, and just customizing all of these postures with however much depth we need and however much gentler we have to be to certain sides. Bringing our feet a bit wider to get into a wide-legged forward fold, bringing our hands to our hips, first finding length, standing up tall, and keeping a long spine, hinge forward into a wide-legged forward fold. Keeping yourself soft at the knees, bring your right hand center and hook your left hand onto your right ankle. And I'm mirroring you here, so when you come back up, bring your left hand down, right hand can sweep up towards the sky, coming into a wide-legged fold twist here. On your next breath, keep your spine nice and long. Exhale, sweep your hand down back into your fold, hands onto your hips for a half lift in your wide-legged forward fold before rising back up. And as always, we're going to do that on our opposite side. So first hinging from your hips back into your wide-legged forward fold, left hand center, right hand hooking on your left leg to go into a twist here, and to deepen that twist, bringing our right hand down, left hand reaching up, and then falling on your exhale into your fold to then come into a half lift and back up to standing. My fingers are freezing at this point, so if you're somewhere cold, go ahead and shake those numb fingers out. From our wide-legged stance, find Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, by pivoting our front leg so our foot is pointing forward, aligned with the arch of our back foot, arms out to a T, and then we're gazing over our front fingertips. And then on your next breath, we're going to reverse our warrior by leaning into our front hand and sweeping it up towards the sky, looking up towards it. Exhale, hands to our ankle to come into an extended side angle, sweeping our hand forward, and either staying there or finding a bind if it's in your practice, reaching under your front leg to clasp onto your back hand. And we're just staying here for a breath before bending that front leg so we can rise back up into Warrior 2. And then from here, we're going to find Half Moon. So for Ardha Chandrasana, you can shorten your stance if you'd like, straighten that front leg, bring your left hand to your hip, and grounding down through that right foot, reach about a foot in front of you with that right hand. Extending your left leg back, left arm sweeping up for a breath, and then exhaling with control back into Warrior 2, floating that left leg back down. And then straightening both legs out because we're going to move into Warrior 2 on our opposite side by just coming back to our wide-legged stance and pivoting our back foot so that it's facing towards the back of us. If there was a yoga mat, towards the back of the mat. Arms out to a T, Warrior 2. Leaning forward to sweep our left hand up to reverse that warrior, bending into that front knee. And bringing our left hand down to our ankle or our thigh. Right hand reaching up and then towards the front of us for extended side angle. And again, either staying there or finding that bind if it's in your practice, if your shoulders are feeling good today. Wherever you are, you're going to bend again back into that front knee so that we can rise back up into our Warrior 2. And then we're going to set up for our Half Moon, Ardha Chandrasana on this side here. So right hand on your hip, step your left hand about a foot in front of you as you float your back leg up, extending your right hand towards the sky. This is your reminder to check in with your breath because this posture requires total body focus, total body engagement. And another reminder that it's okay if you fall back out, you can shake it off and get right back into this flow. Slowly float your right leg down to come back into Warrior 2. Straighten your legs out, and then we're going to walk our feet in so that they're hips width distance apart. You can measure that with 2 fists in between your feet. Begin to really ground down through your feet as we go into Eagle posture, Garudasana. We're starting in chair pose, sitting back into our hips, moving the weight into the heels of our feet, keeping our core nice and activated. Bring your hands to your heart and lift your left knee nice and high before crossing it over your right thigh. And keeping your hand center, breathing steady to help you with your balance. Choose a point in front of you that's not moving, and then sweeping your hands to cross them. Bring your right arm over your left arm, and either wrapping at the forearms or just hooking onto your arms however far you can. Keep your elbows lifted away from your chest, and then sweep your arms out to a T, bringing them to your heart center to slowly with control come into Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. extending slowly your left leg back, keeping your crown reaching forward, your core engaged. And then when you're ready, exhale, floating your leg back down. Sweep your arms out and up to stretch up, and then sit back into that chair pose. Finding symmetry and balance in our bodies, we're going to do eagle pose on our right side. Bring your hands to your heart center, right knee nice and high before wrapping it over your left thigh. And then when you're ready, with your steady breaths, sweep your arms and cross them over so that your left arm is over your right arm. And either bringing your hands together or hooking at the forearms or just as far as your arms can go. And so wherever attention goes, energy flows. So keep your focus onto that left foot there. Keep it nice and rooted into the earth as you slowly extend your right foot back, keeping your core nice and strong, leaning forward with your hands at your heart center. Find that balance at your center. Breathe through it. When you're ready, bring your right foot back down to the earth, kicking out any tension in your calves. Great effort there. If you fell out, that's just your little reminder to smile. I can fall out sometimes, even on my best days. And then we're just going to do a quick reset here. A nice full body stretch. Ground through your feet. Sweep your arms out and up. Find length before hinging to fall in a forward fold, but interlacing your fingers at your lower back and then lifting them away from your lower back, just to release any tension. On your inhale, slowly roll up to standing, reaching your hands high up into the sky before bringing them to your heart center. Nice big deep breath here. Equal exhale, just as deep. We're going to get into Vrikshasana tree pose, grounding down through our left foot with the sole of our right foot below or above our knee. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, palms meeting at the top and then spreading out like branches of a tree. And then you can stay in tree pose, or you can begin to grab onto your right foot and coming into dancer pose, Nataranjasana. So you're keeping your right hand onto your ankle or foot as you kick out your right foot back behind you while reaching forward through your left hand. Your heart opening forward towards your left hand. And then coming back to center whenever you're ready to release your right foot down from either tree pose or a dancer pose. Slowly plant both palms in front of you to float your right leg back behind you in standing split before floating your leg back down to sweep your hands at your lower backs, interlacing your fingers, maybe with the other pinky on top. And then releasing down to rise back up, arms sweeping up to come back into prayer hands at your heart center. And then we're going to go ahead and find that balance by doing tree pose on our opposite side. Grounding down through, it would be your right foot, left foot coming onto either your calf or inner thigh before doing your arm sweep there, standing nice and tall, focused on that point in front of you, arms opening up into a T. And I'm just facing this way so you can get a different perspective on how the postures look. And then when you're ready, you're going to grab onto your left ankle or foot. And while you're kicking that left foot back, you're going to engage your core. And with your focus onto your breath, begin to slowly stretch out that right hand, reaching forward, bringing your heart forward. Keep those thighs engaged as well. It definitely gets a little shaky, especially if you are outside. Keep no pressure on yourself. You are doing great. And then releasing your foot down whenever you're ready. You could also just stay into your tree pose. You're going to plant both hands in front of you to go into that standing split, floating that left leg nice and high before bringing it down into a forward fold. Maybe grabbing onto your legs to just push yourself deeper into that stretch before slowly rolling up your spine, slowly up each vertebrae to stretch up. And then exhale, bringing your hands down and to your heart center. And then from here, we're just going to take a few moments to come back to our breath and quiet down from all of that movement, all of that focus. Quiet our minds, quiet our body, quiet our breath into a standing final posture, sort of like a Shavasana here. So just taking a few moments to be with your breath. Focus on how you feel now compared to how you felt at the beginning of this practice. Find stillness here. And just even tapping back into your senses. Noticing how everything feels, how everything looks, the tastes, the smells, the sounds you hear. Taking a quick moment to bow, offer yourself love and gratitude for completing this practice. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. I hope this quick practice was so helpful for you to just get in tune with your mind, body, and spirit. If you liked it, go ahead and click the heart there and subscribe if you want to be notified. I post every week.